In this lecture, we are going to add some logic to our login page. We will verify if the given user credential is valid or not. If the given user credential is valid, we will navigate to another Xamarin page. Okay, so let's go ahead and start writing our codes for our login page. Inside of our button, let's write here, I click event, and then let's select the new event handler. So as you can see, it is automatically filled out by the C#. If we are going to go to the main page.xaml.cs, you can see there that there are new lines created for us. So these lines here will handle the click event of the login page. So let's go back to our XAML page, and then let's assign some meaningful names to our entry element. The first entry element, we will name this email entry. For the second entry element, we'll name this password entry. Okay, now let's go back to our XAML.cs and let's create a reference to our email entry and password entry. Let's create a string variable. Let's name this email, and let's assign the email entry to this variable. Okay, so it appears that email entry is not registered yet because we haven't saved the changes we made to our XAML page. So let's go to our XAML page and save the changes. Then let's go back to our XAML.cs and continue writing our code. We'll also create another string variable for the password. And then we will make use of the string class in validating whether the email and password are empty or not. So let's write here, okay, so what happens here is we are pulling out the value of text of our email entry and set that to our email variable, and same goes with the password. And then we check if the email is null or empty. We do the same thing for our password. Either the email or password is empty, then it will execute this line, and if not, then it will execute this line. So basically, what we want to do is to go to another page if the user has a valid credential. So let's check here, if email is equals to, and at the same time the password is also equals to, that's the time that we will navigate to another page. Otherwise, nothing will happen. To navigate to another page, let's create another content page. On our Windows project, right click, select add, select new item, and then select the content page. So basically we have two types of content page on this template. So we have the content page with C# inside of parentheses. So the difference between these two is that this content page creates a XAML page and another XAML.cs file, while for this content page it only creates the XAML.cs file. So that is why we are going to choose the first content page. So select this one and then write a meaningful file name. So we will call this home page, and then click add. So we have now the home page added to our project. So for the meantime, we are going to close this one and then what we will do is to use the navigation class so that we can navigate to another page. So let's write here navigation that push async into a new home page. This is the way we navigate to another page. We have to use the navigation class, use the push async method, and then create a new instance of the home page that we have added a while ago. So this navigation will help us to move to the new home page, that is if the email is jane@gmail.com and the password is admin. Otherwise, nothing will happen. In addition to this, navigation class works with the navigation page. But for at this moment, what we have created are just content page. So we have to do a little modification, that instead of displaying a content page, what we will do is to add our content page to the navigation page. And from there, the navigation class will move back and forth to those pages inside of the navigation page. So let's move to our SAML file, the app SAML file, and then open up the app saml.cs. And then on the public app constructor, we have to change this to navigation page. And then we will put inside of the navigation page the first page that we want to display, and that is the main page. And then let's save the changes, and let's go back to our main page, that's SAML. So let's go ahead and test this application. So one good thing about navigation page is that you have a little title bar at the top of our page. So this little blue strip line at the top is the title bar. So using this title bar will allow us to display a title of our page, and at the same time a little button that will help us to move to the previous pages that we have visited. So let's type something here to the email and password, and then clicking the login button will not take us anywhere, because the email expects us to type an email, and that is the jane@gmail.com, and the password is admin. So clicking the login button will take us to the new page that we have created, and that is the home page. So if you're going to go back to our C# and look for the home page, we can change this label to something else so that we can identify what page we are displaying. So let's change this to welcome to home page. Then let's save the changes and run again the application. So let's type our email address, hit login, and then it shows now the welcome to home page. So using the navigation page will help us to navigate back and forth to our pages. In the next lecture, we will look into tab pages.